Good afternoon.
You can do it and I can stop.
I call this meeting of the Bastrop Independent School District to order. Let the record show that a quorum of board members is present and that this meeting has been duly called and that a notice of this meeting has been posted in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act, Texas Government Code, Chapter 551. At this time, if you would please rise for our pledges and a word of prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Texas flag.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one indivisible.
All right, if you please remain standing. With us tonight, we have Trey Baltimore. He's the student pastor at River Valley Christian Fellowship Church. Trey and his wife have moved to our community and took the new position out there. And Trey, thank you for choosing Bastrop and trying to make a difference in all of our young children's lives. And thank you for showing up here tonight.
Thank you. All right, let us pray, please. Jesus, thank you so much for your love. Thank you so much for your grace. Father, I thank you so much for our excellent students and teachers who successfully accomplish another year where you constantly shown your grace, where you constantly shown just exactly who you are. And Father, I pray for our time tonight, Father, that your name will be glorified, that decisions will be acted upon what wisdom, and that here that we will be able to truly focus on our calling. Father, we love you. We thank you. We thank you so much for freedom in Christ and freedom in this nation. It's your precious name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, at this time, we will have the administration of oath of office for the new board members. And Judge Dugan is with us tonight. Judge Dugan, thank you very much for coming out. He will be administering the oath of office for Chris Dillon and Matthew Mix and myself, and we'll definitely start with Chris Dillon. And while Judge is getting ready here, we also have Judge Eskew in the house tonight. Judge, thank you for being here as well. All right, Judge Dugan.
Let me say before we do this, I was listening just now talking about integrity, the character trait, and I think it's wonderful. It's so appropriate to have integrity spoken about when we're doing a swearing in, and all of y'all have that, so I think the kids of Bastrop County School District are in good order.
Thank you.
I can't wait to go down. All right. If you please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Chris Dillon,
I, Chris Dillon,
do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of School Board Trustee,
of School Board Trustee,
Place 5,
Place 5,
for the Bastrop Independent School District
for the Bastrop Independent School District
of the State of Texas,
of the State of Texas,
and will to the best
and will to the best
of my ability
of my ability
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the United States
of the United States
and of this state,
and of this state.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Get your family to come up and
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of School Board Trustee,
of School Board Trustee,
Place 5,
Place 5,
for the Bastrop Independent School District
for the Bastrop Independent School District
of the State of Texas,
of the State of Texas,
and will to the best
and will to the best
of my ability
of my ability
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the United States
of the United States
and of this state,
and of this state,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Doesn't mean I took your place.
Congratulations.
You repeat after me. I, Ashley Kuchin,
I, Ashley Muchin,
do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of School Board Trustee,
of School Board Trustee,
Place 7,
Place 7,
for the Bastrop Independent School District
for Bastrop Independent School District
of the State of Texas,
of the State of Texas,
and will to the best
and will to the best
of my ability
of my ability
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the United States
of the United States
and of this state,
and of this state.
so help me God.
So help me God. So Patricia's taking Bree to a volleyball game, and so would our student speaker come up and take a picture with me, please? Definitely about integrity.
Nice.
Can you hold that down because I'm getting sweaty? Thank you. All right.
Judge Dugan, thank you very much for taking your time to come out this evening. It means a lot, and we really do appreciate it and your support for this school district.
Well, it's an honor to do it, but there is paperwork, y'all.
All right, we can do that. Of course there is. Absolutely. For any judge.
You know, if there's a judge involved, there's bound to be paperwork.
Right.
Yeah, gotta erase it.
Oh, here we go. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Congratulations to
Thank
all
you.
three of y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, at this time, we will have the reorganization of the board leadership positions, and I will definitely open that up for discussion, or I will open up the floor for nominees, or I will open up the floor for a motion.
I'll go ahead and make a motion. Before the motion, this is something that the board kind of talks about a little bit, just to let everybody know. And there's a rhyme or reason to why you move people around, but sometimes when things are going well, you just kind of keep them the same. The officers are important, but they have a voice just like every other board member does. But having said that, I nominate Ashley Munchink for president of the board, continue his spot there, Matthew Mix for vice president, and Billy Moore as secretary.
All right, we have a motion.
I second.
We have a second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you all very much. Appreciate it. And Mr. Allen, thank you for making that motion. You've had a long history of leadership at this district, and they all know I still lean on you very heavily at times for guidance, so we do appreciate it. So we definitely have a great team here.
We do.
All right, Mr. Edwards, would you please introduce again our student speaker, please?
That would be my pleasure. Nell Salinas is a fourth grader at Bluebonnet Elementary School, and our principal's here as well. Thank you, Ms. Hall, for coming out this evening, and she will speak to us on integrity. Nell is an energetic 10-year-old that really enjoys playing outside. When she plays outside, she prefers to play games that need tools such as balls. She is also a loving older sister to Adele and plays with her a lot. Nell enjoys video games, and when she grows up, she plans to be not only a veterinarian, but a successful veterinarian. Nell's parents are Cheryl and Angel Salinas. If you would please stand so that we can recognize you and thank you. So now if you'll come up to the podium. And again, thank you for being here.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am asked to speak about integrity, which to me is a big word, for I am just a kid, a work in progress. I have with me two things. Everybody knows what this is. It's a quarter, and it is real, genuine, and can be spent anywhere in the country. And what about this? How does this one differ from the other? It's the same shape, it's the same size, and if I get a color pencil, I can make it the same color too. So what's the difference? Well, the coin was made in a mint, having authority, and the coin is so marked as the official coin of the realm and can so act. Every day of our lives, we fill with many acts, and as kids, we sometimes fail. So parents, teachers, and to the community we are in, teach us, mold us, correct us, help us become genuine. Any wrong thing an adult is doing becomes right in the eye of a child. So walk us through, for the future depends on us. Let us all heed to a counsel found in the book of Philippians, chapter 4, verse 8. Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is pure, whatever is right, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Thank you.
Nominate her to the board.
No, that
Great
was
job.
excellent. Thank you. We will take heed, I assure you.
All right, at this time, we'll move into our special recognitions. Mr. Edwards, would you please lead us through those?
Yes, I'd be glad to. We're going to start out this evening because they have a banquet with our Cedar Creek High School baseball team, and we're going to ask Coach Andy Sexton, our athletic director, to come before us and introduce our baseball team.
Good evening, Mr. Edwards and school board. This is actually one I wish Chico went first because that's a hard act to follow. That was a great job. Good job. But tonight we got a lot of young people to recognize, not just athletically, but in all of our extracurricular activities. So I'm going to kind of talk briefly so they can do most of the talking. But first, we do have our Cedar Creek High School baseball team. Coach Josh Thomas had a great season. Started off strong, kind of dipped in the middle, but finished strong. Had to win 2 big ball games last week of the season to get in the playoffs, and they did so. So Josh, come up and introduce some of your guys.
Thank you. Thank you, board, Mr. Edwards, and everybody from Bastrop ISD. Thank you for having us and for your support throughout the season. It's been a long road and a long journey to get back to the playoffs, but we've done that, and we're looking to just continue to build on that. With me, I have our seniors, Philip Figueroa, Hunter Houston, Holland Garubek, Garrett Seagraves, and Benji Garrison. All of them are great young men with great character that'll be truly missed. just some of their accomplishments. We had nine players recognized as either first or second team all-district players. Half of our team received academic all-district as well, which we're very proud of. I know you've got a big crowd out there, so I don't want to take any more of your time, but thank you for having us. We appreciate it, and thank you for your continued support.
Thank you for coming. Congratulations.
So, Coach Thomas, everybody gets to go have barbecue tonight for the banquet when we're done here tonight. Is that right? Next, we have Coach Morgan from Bastrop High School softball. She is one of our more consistent programs, successfully making the playoffs, and so very proud of their year this year. So, thank you, Coach.
Good evening. Thank you for having us. And microphones absolutely terrify me because I'm already very loud. We had 13 girls on our varsity program this year. We have a few with us tonight. I've got Avery Allen, who's my junior starting catcher. I've got Paige Barrington, who pitches for us. And I've got Jessica Esky, who's my starting first baseman. This year we had 4 academic all-states. So those girls worked really hard in the classroom to maintain those grades all 4 years. Out of 13 girls who played varsity, we had 11 academic all-district. So academically, I'm really happy with what they're doing. We made playoffs this year. It ended very, that was a hard one. I'm still crying about it on occasion. But I just want to make sure that I say thank you so much for the support that you lend our programs. And come out and catch a game and spit some seeds. That's all I got to say.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Coach Morgan. Next, we have a lot of individual regional qualifiers from both our golf and our track programs. First, we're going to have our golf program golf from Bastrop High School, Coach Ramonda Watley. She took several kids to regionals this year and last year, and so does a great job with our golf program. And she's under the weather, so you have to listen very intently.
Yeah, my voice is terrible. I have Michaela Bryant and Zach McClanahan. Y'all come over here. Michaela's a junior, and she made it to regionals this year. She's also she was first team all-district and academic all-district, and looking forward to having her next year. Super proud of her. Zach McClanahan, he was also first team all-district and academic all-district, and you know, both of them, I'm totally looking forward to that. Just to get out of our district is tough, so, you know, especially in the golf world. So for these two to get out, I'm very proud of them. So
Awesome.
Get your picture taken. Right up.
I want an introduction. I got it. Next, we have Coach Martinez from Cedar Creek golf, and he actually the whole team qualified. Where last year he had one individual, I believe, qualified, and this year took the whole team. So great big strides from last season.
Good evening. Thank you for having us. Appreciate y'all inviting us over. I just want to say this was the greatest season in Cedar Creek history in golf. These young men, 3 years ago, when I took over the program, we were dead last. Last year we went third, and this year we got second. So looking forward to the up and coming things. First guy is Braden Murphy. This young man is #1 in his class, sophomore. And he was honor mention all district, which means he was top 15 golfers in the district. Marco Espinal, he's a junior, so he will be back. And he was also honor mention all district, which is top 15 golfers total. This is my knucklehead. Kyle Morris is a great guy. He's a senior. I'm going to lose him. I'm going to miss him. He's one of those fun guys, but he tries your patience all the time. But I'm going to miss him because he can play some golf. And this is Arturo Hernandez. He made it to regionals last year. He's a three-time MVP. He's all-district 2 years in a row. And he's a senior. He's going on to Arcadia University to play golf. and definitely going to miss him. He was our number one golfer all 3 years.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Good job. Good job.
Next, we'll have our regional qualifiers from Cedar Creek High School track. Coach Watson.
It's my honor to present to you our regional track members for Cedar Creek High School. First up, we had Cade Edwards. Cade qualified in the discus. Next up, we have Hannah Dudley. Hannah was part of the 4x1 team, which is the first time we've ever sent a regional qualifying team in any relay on the girls' side. Our 4x1 team of Hannah Dudley, Danny Adamez, and Jada Martin Brown made it. Hannah also made it in the 100-meter dash. The great thing about these guys right here and ladies is they're all back next year. Our relay team consisted of 2 freshmen, 1 sophomore, and 1 junior. So we got a lot of good things in the future. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have our track qualifiers from Bastrop High School. Filling in for Coach Mayberry is Coach Moore, and one of our assistant coaches. We got a lot of track athletes and team relays make it for Bastrop High School for Coach Moore. Thanks for coming.
How about a voice? Pull this down. Hi, my name is Chelsea Moore, and I'm assistant track coach at Bastrop High School. Here with me tonight, I have Simeon Thompson, who is a senior. He qualified in area in the 4x400 meter relay, just over there. And next I have Caden Nichols. He qualified in the 300 meter hurdles. Next, I have senior Jaquay Cretan. He qualified in the 4x100 meter relay, 4x200 meter relay. Next, I have Hannon Jones. He qualified in the 4x100 meter relay, 4x200 meter relay, and 4x400 meter relay. Next, I have Matthew Martinez. He qualified in the 4x400 meter relay. And next, I have senior Kanan Borchard, and he was an alternate for the 4x400 meter relay. And then I have Brett Rice, and he qualified in the 4x100 meter relay, 4x200 meter relay, and 4x400 meter relay. So to these awesome, good group of guys, I just want to say track and field is a sport that requires a lot of individual effort, and in order to accomplish a goal, it requires hard work, and not everyone can do it, let alone be great at it. This group of guys did an exceptional job this year, and as a first-year coach at Bastrop High School, I just want to say it was a pleasure watching y'all grow and develop. And to the seniors, good luck in everything that you do. And to the good returners, I'm excited for next year and everything that BHS and BISD has to offer you. So thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
And Coach Moore, you're always more than welcome to fill in for Coach Mayberry. Thank you.
I'm done, but just want to tell the board a special thanks for recognizing our young men and women all season long. It means a lot to us, athletics and coaches and kids, and just appreciate you guys recognize us. I'm leaving.
Thank you, Coach. All right, Jackie.
I'm ready. Hi. Good evening. I have the great honor to introduce you guys in the community to our Bastrop Silver Stars athletes for this season. Before we get started with our recognitions, I do want to quickly just review in Bastrop. We currently practice and compete in bowling in the fall, cycling, basketball, and then track and field, which is called athletics through our program. So we compete at the local level. Many of you came out to our local track meet out at Memorial Stadium in March. And then we also compete at the area level in Region 13, Austin. And then we also compete in state. We just got back. I say we, I wasn't there, but our basketball team just got back from state basketball in Arlington. So we have a lot of dedicated parents and teachers and coaches and athletes. as we finish our year, we wanted to make sure to recognize our coaches that volunteer their time to support our athletes and our parents. Coach Karen Murray, she's right here. She's our head of delegation, and that's 3 words to say a lot. So she organizes every single practice, every single event, making sure we have transportation, families are communicated with from top to bottom. That's her role. We also want to recognize Coach Lana Rouge. She is one of our head coaches. She's back there. Derek Eberly is our associate director for special education, as well as head coach for basketball. Laura Reinhart, our assistant coach for basketball, and Kim Morris, assistant for cycling. And then we have a few other volunteers who come and support in many different ways. Deidre Stevens, our low incidence disabilities coordinator, myself, Chrissy Tucker, community volunteer, and then we have tons of parents, teachers, classroom assistants who support us. So if you're here, please stand to be recognized as we go throughout the recognition. Lexi Dunn is here. She's also one of our primary volunteers from Bastrop High School. She's going to say a few words about a program that she single-handedly developed and has implemented at Bastrop High School called BHS Best Buddies.
Hi, I'm Alexi Dunn. I'm a junior at Bastrop, and my freshman year, I've always wanted to have an organization throughout our school just promoting inclusion in honor of my brother, Riley. And I met a teacher this year who introduced me to Best Buddies, which is an international organization that fosters one-to-one friendships with students with intellectual developmental disabilities. And I just want to thank Miss Jackie, Miss Murray, and Miss DJ for being so helpful this year and allowing us to get a good kickoff for next year. And I have the officers with me. Could y'all raise those again? And we have many goals this summer to just keep inclusion going and expand through BISD hopefully next year. Thank you.
Thank you.
All righty, I have the pleasure of introducing our athletes. The first one is Jasmine Widenick. She did all 4 of our sports. You can go stand up here, right here. She did all 4 of our sports this year. She is at Bastrop Works. I have Jose Manabusen, and he did 3 out of our 4 sports. He did practice cycling. He's got some of his medals on that he's won. Jasmine's got some of her medals on that she's won. Next, I have Riley Dunn. Riley Dunn has done all 4 of the sports this year. Now, to keep in mind, if they do all 4 of the sports, they go from August till May. So they've been participating all year long. The next one is Daniel Marburger. He did all 4 of the sports this year. The next one is Megan Fayard. She did bowling and cycling. Right, Megan? Yeah. Y'all keep me right on this. The next one is Chelsea Wood. Chelsea did all 4 of our sports, and she was our Athlete of the Year this year. The next one is Becca Purdy. She did 3 out of the 4 sports. She did bowling, she did basketball, and she did track and field. The next one is Tyler Swain. He is our Athlete of the Year, our male Athlete of the Year. He did 3 out of the 4 sports. He did bowling, he did basketball, and he did cycling. Cheyenne Rouge is next up. She is a senior, and she did all 4 of the sports this year. Go Shy. Kaylin Morris is our next one. She did both bowling and cycling this year. She was awesome at cycling this year. This is the first year she really got to compete. And the last one is Matthew Richardson. He usually does all of our sports, but he got to go on a very special trip this year, so he only did bowling. So those are just some of our athletes. If you take a look up there in the athletes in training, there are 2 pages of it. All of those students participated in both our bowling and our track and field. So all of them went to the bowling alley this year, and all of them went to the track for the track and field.
And Ms. Murray, thank you for presenting that to us. I asked Ms. Murray Monday morning, I knew she was out of town over the weekend, and how all this worked, and she said that the parents go along, that there's a lot of parent involvement. So parents, thank you very much, and I wish we could expand that example beyond all students at Bastrop ISD and across the state of Texas. So thank you for what you do. And Ms. Murray, thank you for what you do. I understand we have retirement coming up here, and thank you for your passion and your energy all the way to the end.
So we leave you with our athlete oath that we say at every competition. We also, a parent asked that I say a few words about Coach Murray's dedication. She is retiring after a few years of leading this program, so Jose is going to shake hands. It's going to have to be everyone, yes? Yeah, it's awesome. So a parent wrote this in recognition of Coach Murray. So on behalf of the Silver Stars parents, we would like to present to Coach Murray this small token of our appreciation. She has done a great job keeping our team organized. She was the first to arrive and last to leave at practices, very true, competitions. Let's see, and she kept the parents well informed of schedules and directions to competitions. She also helped us get to state. That's a big win for us in Bastrop ISD. She, along with other coaches, thank you, Cheyenne, have been great in working with our athletes, and their achievements speak volumes in themselves. We will miss you, Coach Murray.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jackie.
Thank you so much. All right, Mr. Chico Portillo, our Fine Arts Director, has a tough act to follow, and he'll be presenting us with the BHS Band.
Hi, good evening, Board, Trustees, Mr. Edwards. It's with a lot of pleasure that I keep coming month after month to tell you the great things that our kids are doing. The first is the Bastrop High School Band. Mr. Kenneth Gilbert is their director. He's not able to be here tonight because he's already getting ready for next season. The incoming freshmen are practicing marching fundamentals, and so he asked me to do this, and man, I love it. So we have three students here representing the UIL Sweepstakes Award that was won by Bastrop High School Band program this year, which means they made superior ratings in concert band, superior ratings in sight reading, and superior ratings in marching. They got the trifecta, so their trophy is really big. So without further ado, I'd like to recognize these fantastic students who are representing the band, Ms. Cayman Ramch, Ms. Riley Tamayo, and Ms. Morgan Fayard. That picture is going to be over there, so I'm sure it'll be a few minutes.
Congratulations. Thank y'all.
Congratulations, y'all. Thank you so much.
Next, I'd like to go on to acknowledge all the great stuff that the Bastrop High School Theater Department has done with regards to their musical, and I can't even pronounce what GATSMA stands for, so I'm going to let their director, Ms. Mandy Tapia, bring you up to speed.
I'm just going to take this off. I'm good with the mic. Okay, so my name is Mandy Tapia, and I'm the head director at Bastrop High School. This is Brian Cortez. He's our technical director at Bastrop High School. We also have Jacob Layton in the back. He's our PAC manager. I'm sure you've seen him or met with him. We would like to, first off, before I even start, I'd love to thank Chico Portillo for all of his support and his continued just always being there and being here for our department. So the Greater Austin High School Musical Theater Awards, yes, it's a lot. We've been lucky enough to compete against the biggest and the best schools across the Austin area. 2 years ago was my first year here at Bastrop, and we received one nomination, I think, the very first year. And then the second year, which was last year, we had 2 nominations. And this year, this group of kids, and and there are some who aren't here, but this group of kids received 10 nominations from the board, so let's give them a clap. We have Sofia Gutierrez, we have Diego Peña, we have Denali Larson Pericini, we have Sarah Cadena, Victoria, oh my gosh, Victoria Trevino, Amara Martinez, I've only known her 4 years, that's okay. Claire Franklin and Kelly Garcia with us here today. Just real quick, a rundown of the awards that we were nominated for, because I think it's pretty spectacular what they were able to do. If I can open my phone, because there's so many I don't remember. Okay. Best Actor, Diego Peña. Best Actress, Grace Estes. Best Actress as well, Sarah Cadena. Best Featured Performer, Grace Monk. We were also nominated for Best Costume Design, Best Scenic Design, Best Direction, Best Ensemble, Best Choreography, and Best Overall Production. So we are very, very excited to be on this upslope, and we can't wait for next year. I would like to have a big thank you to Christy Lee and to Mr. Barry Edwards for making it not only to the show consistently and always, but also thank you for coming to the Greater Austin High School Musical Theater Awards, because it's a 4-hour show, 5-hour show. So I really appreciate you guys coming out. That meant a whole lot to us. So thank you for continued support, and I hope to see more of you at our shows this coming up year. Thank you.
All right. This is their last curtain call. All right, next I'm very happy to bring Mr. Chris Mendez, who's the director of the Cedar Creek High School Band, to talk about the state championship that their drumline won.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the board. I do regret to say it's my last time addressing you, so I do want to say thank you so much for all your support over the years. I have the distinct pleasure to go out with a bang, though. This year, we brought back our indoor drumline program at Cedar Creek High School. We've done it 3 years prior. The first time we got bronze at state, then they were promoted to competition class, and this year we're very proud to announce that these fine young people finished first in the state and are this year's TCGC SAA State Indoor Drumline Champions. It's a mouthful. So I would just like to introduce these young people. These are our section leaders from the group. The group is about 18 students. So this is Carson Riefel, Christina Guajardo, Jeremiah Guajardo, Bronwyn Berry, and Brenner Smith. And also a big thanks to Mr. Dalton Davis for helping us out, who will also be taking over as Director of Bands for Cedar Creek High School. So thank you guys so much.
The next group I'd like to present to you is the Cedar Creek High School Color Guard. Their director is Ms. Victoria Adibo, and they have some great news as well. So, Ms. Adibo?
Thank you. We're really glad to be here. So my name is Victoria Debo. I'm the Cedar Creek High School Color Guard Director. So in the springtime, we compete in something called Winter Guard at the TCGC. That's the circuit we compete in. We are in Regional A class. This is the 4th year that this program has ever existed. This is my 4th year here at Bastrop, so Bastrop ISD Cedar Creek. So I started the program here 4 years ago. And so in such a short period of time, they've had a lot of success during the marching season and during Winter Guard. And so this year, we compete around the Austin area of various competitions. And so we went to state this year, and we are the TCGC Scholastic Regional A bronze medalist champions. That's a lot to say, too. And so I have a couple of students here who are part of the team. And so we have Elizabeth Logue, Haley Smith, Angelica Espinosa, Lucella Cunha, and Amaya Jenkins. So these are some of the young, fine ladies that are on the team. And so we're very proud of the success that we've had in such a short period of time. And this team is only freshmen and sophomores. So to be able to accomplish that with a young group just says a lot, because they're all coming back next year. So there's great things ahead for this program. So I'm just really excited and really proud. And thank you for all the support that the school board gives us, because, you know, it's such a young program, so we do need that support, and we couldn't have done it without the community rallying behind us. So thank you very much.
Congratulations again.
One moment.
Cue the speaker.
All right, next I'd like to introduce the theater director at Cedar Creek Middle School, Miss Laura Taylor.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having us. We are so happy to be here. We so appreciate your continued support, especially we're so grateful to have Chico Portillo, our amazing fine arts coordinator, and all the support that he, and again, by extension, you guys show us. So this year we had a great year at one act play competition. Our kids in our technical theater program designed and built most of our set, which was really exciting, and we had several of our students win awards. We were announced the alternate advancing show. And then also we had these three amazing students win acting awards. So we had Romero Vargas and Akasha Beeler-Rowland, who were named All-Star Cast, and then Catherine Morales, who was named Honorable Mention All-Star Cast. So out of just 11 kids in our cast, we were really, really happy about that. I appreciate these kids. I appreciate our program and everything that you guys do for us. So thank you so very much.
And last, from the Fine Arts Department, we're going to bring forward the Bastrop Middle School theater teacher, Ms. Cynthia Smith.
Good evening, board, trustees, and Mr. Edwards. We're super excited to be here this evening to represent Bastrop Middle School, and I have with me the members of the UIL cast and crew. We had a total of 15 students who participated, and in order, I'd like to introduce Ms. Lila Lopez, Mr. Dylan Leverington, Emma Avery, Violet Arce, Abel Rodriguez, Elena Haj, Peyton Nori, Rochelle Lopez, Evelyn Panaagua, I think I said her name right, Dylan Braswell. And we greatly appreciate all the support that you provided us. I'm a fairly new teacher here from California, and I'm learning the ropes of Texas, sometimes literally. And I appreciate all of the help that we've received from Chico as well. And most of all, I'm so honored to mention that these young people earned the bronze medal at the UIL competition this year. It's our first year together. We're called the Tails and Paws Theater Company. In addition to that, 4 of our students won awards. We have Best Tech Evelyn. And yeah, give her a hand. That was a lot of work. Okay, and also for our honorable mention, we also have, she's not here today, Cheyenne First. And then we also have Miss Megan O'Brien, who wasn't able to make it. She was part of the All-Star cast. But we do have our second All-Star cast member, Mr. Dylan Braswell. He's the biggest one. So thank you all once again for everything that you provided for us. And we're looking forward to a new year. Even though I'm losing nearly all of them, that's okay. They're going to leave a legacy behind them for all their hard work. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Chico, before you run off, I want to say thank you. on behalf of the board, it's been amazing since I've been on the board. You came and joined the BISD family, and wow, it's been amazing. You rolled up your sleeves, you got involved. I see the compliments from the teachers and from the students, and just the number of participants that have come through here over the years. And thank you very, very much for coming to this community. We appreciate it.
It's a pleasure to come to work every day, so thank you. It's a great place.
Thank you, Chico. All right, and certainly, it's last but not least, we want to recognize one of our superstar earning her doctorate here at Bastrop ISD, Adelaida Olivares, as we affectionately and lovingly call Lila, successfully defended her doctoral dissertation last month to a committee of scholars at the University of Texas at Austin, and we're very proud of you. And it was, I think, especially touching because her daughter was able to be there in her defense and be one of the first ones to give her a hug. I'm not going to make you cry. Okay. But as Lila advances her dreams and her aspirations, it also advances our school district. She did her superintendency on the persistence in the superintendency of Latina superintendents' perspectives. Part of her program, the 16-hour program, was courses in leadership, strategic thinking, policy, governance, human relations law, and finance and operations. And she certainly brings that to our table every Monday and every day here because she's all in. And she serves as an outstanding example to young people that can set a dream, pursue it. No matter what your background is, you put your plan in place and you did it. And so I'm very proud of you for your perseverance, and thank you, Lila, for choosing to be here in Bastrop. Congratulations.
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 All right, this time we'll move to open forum. Ms. Barrientos, do we have anybody signed up? All righty, thank you. Okay, we'll move on to the superintendent's report and board discussion. Looks like for curriculum report, there's no report this month. Financial report is for informational only. We do have a budget update. Ms. Callahan, do you want to enlighten us on some exciting news?
Well, I don't have anything different than our agenda review meeting last night. I checked on updates today. Nothing's really going with the school finance bills at this moment. But the session ends on Monday, so we're hopeful that something will happen. I wanted to say that the presentation from last Wednesday night, because it was a comprehensive budget discussion, is online under our business website, and also the live streaming is available on YouTube through the website. So for the public that didn't get to be here or see it, it's available. So no update as far as anything different from Wednesday night.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Callahan. We appreciate it. And for the audience, we did have a gender review last Wednesday, and Ms. Callahan takes us through an extensive overview of what's going on up at the Capitol and how it could affect Bastrop ISD. So right now we're in a hurry and wait, and we appreciate you watching that and taking care of us here. At this time, on the personnel report is for informational only. There'll be no report on the communications and community relations report. And the operations police department report, annual activity report, is for information only. We'll move into our consent agenda. Would any board member like to pull any consent agenda item for discussion? All right, if not, I will entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda items as presented.
So moved.
We have a motion.
Second.
We have a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Consent agenda is approved as presented. We'll move into our action items here, and we will consider approval for a memorandum of understanding between Bastrop ISD and Austin Community College for articulated credit program and college preparatory courses of mathematics and English language arts. Presenter is Heather Christie.
Good evening.
Evening.
This evening, I bring to you for approval the Memorandum of Understanding that establishes a partnership with Austin Community College for our Articulated Credit Program and the college preparatory courses in Math and the English Language Arts. The purpose of our Articulated Credit Program is to offer students in a workforce high school endorsement area an opportunity to receive lower division college credit toward a certification or degree. Upon successful completion of the articulated course, high school students earn college credits in escrow. Bastrop ISD has partnered with ACC for articulated credit in 19 courses, including courses in construction, culinary arts, health sciences, business, and technology. In addition, in accordance with House Bill 5 from the 83rd Legislature and the Texas Education Code, Chapter 28.014, ACC and Bastrop ISD have partnered to provide college preparatory courses in math and ELA. These courses are designed to prepare 12th grade students for success in entry-level college courses. Successful completion of this course is one way that a student can meet and show TSI ready component for our college career and military ready indicator that's part of our state accountability system. Right? So before I offer a recommendation, are there any questions in regards to this?
This is just a very exciting, I think, opportunity for our students to be successful when they get into college if they still have a little work. But is this the first year we've done this?
No, we've had this agreement for a while with ACC for these. Mm-hmm.
But correct me if I'm wrong, as we roll up this junior class or this sophomore class, the weighted GPAs are the same as ACC versus AP?
Yes, that's what we did.
Dual credit.
The dual credit.
And AP are weighted the same for.
And it's for the freshman and sophomore.
Correct.
The juniors are on the old.
Correct.
Gotcha.
On the 1.12, 1.15 differential.
So in other words, you'll be able to take ACC or an AP course and you'll be weighted the same.
That's right.
Right now, some people stay away from the dual credit because they want the GPA. So it kind of evens the playing field, so to speak, and allows them to take those college hours with them. So I think it's a good thing.
Any more questions for Ms. Christie?
Right.
All right, this time I will make a motion to approve the memorandum as presented.
Second it.
We have a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, motion carries. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right, now we'll go to action item B. We'll consider approval of resolution for government obligation contract between KS State Bank and Bastrop ISD. Ms. Callahan.
Yes, and what we're asking for tonight, this is actually a capital lease for security cameras that we put money in the budget this year to do to put security cameras in. We put $90,000 in, and so knowing that we really need to ramp up the security at some of the campuses, many of the campuses, Randy looked for a project to work with a group, and this capital lease, now it'll be $90,000 each year for the next 5 years, but and we have that in the budget, so it's a good plan, and it'll get us 222 cameras, new cameras into the district. And I know they will be implemented not all at one time, of course, because they have to get them, have a plan. But there are some campuses right now that have no security plan. So those, of course, are our priority campuses. And then just adding cameras to each campus. So I recommend the board approve the resolution for the government obligation contract between K-State Bank and Bastrop ISD.
All right, and those cameras it's a 5-year lease. Does that come with a 5-year warranty too?
I was wondering.
Okay. All right.
Say that again. I didn't.
I'm just curious if there was a warranty with 5 years with the 5-year lease for the cameras.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, any other questions for Ms. Callahan? All right, I'll entertain a motion at this time.
I recommend the board approve the resolution for government obligation contract between KS State Bank and Bastrop ISD as presented.
We have a motion. Second. We have a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Ms. Callahan. All right, and item C, we'll consider approval for the 2018-2019 student teaching agreement between Bastrop ISD and Texas State University. Ms. Lapham.
Good evening, Mr. Muchik and Board, Mr. Edwards. Before you have the memo of understanding with Texas State University to put in place our commitment to place student teachers next school year with Bastrop ISD. We commit that we will place them with highly qualified coordinating teachers as well as provide resources and training so that they're very, very successful when they're here in Bastrop. But selfishly, we want them to stay here when they become teachers and they're on board with Dumble ISD. So it's just a contract that we'll renew every year with Texas State.
Is this the first year we've done that?
No, sir, it's not. It's just something that we renew every year.
Gotcha.
Any other discussion? Kelly?
I think it's wonderful. I came in through Texas State and student taught, so I was.
See, we kept Kelly here.
Yeah.
And we got her.
And we kept so good, it moved her right to the board.
Yeah.
Isn't that awesome?
She works for free.
It's a great program.
All of that logic.
All right, any other questions? All right, I'll make a motion to approve the 2018-2019 student teaching agreement between Bastrop ISD and the Texas State University.
So moved.
Excuse me.
Second.
1920.
Second, there we go. What did I say, Ms. Molly?
1819.
Yes, 1819.
So there is a typo, I do believe, then.
The next year.
2019.
Okay.
I'm afraid we would get the contract if we.
All right, well, let me just restate that. We'll start over. So I will make a motion to approve the 2019-2020 student teaching agreement between Bastrop ISD and Texas State University. Second. We have a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, motion carries. Thank you for the correction.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Sorry about that.
Excuse me, Mr. President, I just didn't want that to
You're doing,
fall
hey.
through for some reason.
Absolutely. You're doing a great job. We appreciate the help. I need every bit of it since our superintendent didn't help me out on this deal. No.
Right.
Anyways, we're having fun. All right. Left on the agenda is information items. And so Board of Trustee calendar enrollment. Also, the Central Appraisal District 2020 proposed budgets for information only. Is there anything else that the board would like to discuss at this meeting? All right, are there any objections to adjourning this meeting? If there are no objections, the meeting adjourned. Thank you for being here.